this is Greg Kelly's Twitter page, and he live tweeted basically like shit talking the cops. None of these cops can be trusted with weapons. Resign. What a bunch of babies. Oh, brother, rank and file cops demanding investigation. Trump. Every American must read this testimony. Question mark. Pawn. Somebody called them heroes. He called them pawns. I mean, worst acting ever. They swore an oath. I see the mispronunciation. Again, the rule generally is that only people who talk on television for a living and when they fuck up a word don't correct it, or people who say literally dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times, I have the best words. Those are the people we make fun of when they talk. If you're an average Joe and you just fuck up when you're talking, we let it slide. Unless it's really funny. But anyways, this is his attacks on Kitzinger. Very panicked at what Kitzinger is doing. Then this is going nowhere. This drama is backfiring. Like, he's literally just downplaying everything that they went through. Put Hodges on desk duty right now. He's not equipped to be a cop. Like, this is some next level shitty behavior. Like, you're talking to four guys who literally have PTSD from attacks and injuries they sustained on January 6th. And yet they still are there to show up and tell the truth about this stuff. In spite of the fact that Greg Kelly's viewers, more than likely, if anyone, God forbid, were to attack these fellows in person, it would be a Greg Kelly viewer. It would be a Greg Kelly supporter. It would be a Trump fan who loves Greg Kelly. Ashley Babbitt, when do we talk about Ashley Babbitt? Wait, is he crying too? This is the, yeah. When did this cop hit in the head last year in the Bronx get to testify? In the Los Angeles continues seniors and police officer assaulted with a fire extinguisher while attempting to arrest subject on the 8 p.m. curfew. Yeah. Again, what the fuck does that have to do with this? Yeah, that guy, they catch that guy, he'll go to jail. Like, what is the mystery here? That we're not interested in people who attack cops elsewhere, rando, that if they found out the cop would just go, good job, and leave him. And since you live in that, like, fantasy fart space where the sun shines out of Trump's ass and it's the only way you can get a tan, because he believes this, he must also equally believe that none of the people who started the January 6th insurrection or were involved in it should have to face justice ever. If they're being used, well, then that's a moment of charity, Greg. What an incompetent response on January 6th. How the hell could they not be ready for this mass protest? I will tell you what I told Elise Stefanik a little bit earlier today. Fuck you. Ask Christopher Miller, the Trump sycophant who was installed. What is this? Someone sent to the office a beautiful cake with me as the icing, but I have issues with it. Oh, okay. So this is Greg's lobotomy cake. Yeah. So, anyways, Greg Kelly just live tweeted and shit on cops all day long. By the way, Greg, I mean, these are your picture choices. When did they do the photo shoot for your channel? Because the cake and never mind. All right. So overall, this is just to remind you that Greg Kelly is a raging piece of shit, and it is taking everything I have not to just scream angry epithets at him all day right now. I posted something earlier today. Let me see where where's mine? This in this area? Yeah, here we go. Where, this one, of course, where, blessed you, Aaron Rupar, by the way, for your postings, when they're talking about what happened to Officer Fanone and the fact that they were going to kill him with his own gun or whatever, and Trump called it a love fest. It's not like Trump doesn't know this happened, okay? And can we just clear up one thing? There were areas where cops were letting people into the building. But in many ways, it was like letting pressure off a reservoir that's going to flood. if we know nobody is that way. Let them come in. If they're dumb enough to follow you, open this door for them. Let them through. They can't get anywhere from this area. We've got everybody over there. We're cool. So you start diverting idiots by going, yeah, guys, the people that were waved into areas where there were no unsecured members of Congress or the Senate, or their staff. It was a diversionary tactic. We now know, which makes total sense. When you are overwhelmed by floodwaters, if you can divert them to an area where there are no houses or elementary schools, you want the floodwaters to go that way. Flooding is bad, but if you have a chance to flood an empty area or someplace with people in it, you choose the alternate. Like, it's that simple. I don't know why it's confusing to anyone.